It says you are live. Good morning, my little chickens. It's Jenny Love, the Rogue Witch from Broom Book and Candle, Two Chicks Bewitched. We're just getting things underway here. We're always having technical things. That's what we do. It's too early in the morning for technology, I think.
Can I not go once or portrait with this?
No, I think you can. See, just hit the thing. Come in and I'll see what it looks like. So, welcome to a very special Beltane edition. I was laughing when I said that. It's a very special Beltane edition. Like, remember, my partner is sitting across from me. Do you remember, like a very special Brady episode, like when they were going to be serious and solemn and, so this is a very special Beltane episode.
Beltane blessings, everyone.
Healing elements. Hey, lovelies. Hello. Hello, Tony. Oh, you have to be muted, or you have to turn that all the way down.
That was all the way up.
All right. So I think, no, still hear it.
I can't mute it entirely.
Why?
I don't know. That's all the way down, as far as it can go.
Huh. I hate that. Even on your settings? Yeah, I hate that. All right. We try.
Trying something new every week.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. Definitely not. I don't know why it's that way. Sorry. Once again, technical difficulties. Oof, that hurt, Tony said.
Sorry.
What hurt? Move further apart. We don't want to be further apart. It's a whole thing. Really what we want to do is have her be on. Yes, the echo is, it's too much. Even though I have her muted. I don't know why. All right, I'm going to take you out. Ears. Oh, you have earbuds on, Tony. So let me say, hey, Susan, good morning. How are you, honey? You didn't come in for your, I'm going to have to, nope. I had to, can you shut it off? It's just better. You're going to have to come over here.
Okay.
All right, we tried again. We try something new every week.
We thought it was a brilliant idea.
We thought it was a brilliant idea, but it's not. I got it to work. Oh, you did? Oh, okay, cool. Mary M., good morning. I was waiting on the other chat. Well, it's Two Chicks Bewitched Facebook and Two Chicks Bewitched YouTube. It's the easiest way to stream live. It's hot in the studio today. Jesus. It's still echoing.
Even if I put the volume off entirely, it doesn't.
Don't worry about it. Let's not worry about it.
Okay.
We're not going to worry about it. We're moving on. So she's going to sit next to me again. And that's just the way it's going to be.
We're going to get intimate.
So, no echo now. I know she shut off her device. What we were trying to do was have her not sit right next to me and sit across the room, but yet use the same microphone, and it just echoes. It's just annoying. We're not a studio. We're just us on our phones, on our computers. We don't, we're not sound engineers or anything of that sort. So, but we try to make it sound as best as we can for what we have. And isn't that what witches do? You use what you have and do all the things, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This time it did not work. Hello, April. How are you, honey? So I'd love to know what everybody did for Beltane. If you did Facebook, hi, somebody's Facebook. I think that Facebook is having some sort of issue.
StreamYard said when I tried to log in, or when I was trying to enter the studio, that Facebook is not returning comments at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know. Facebook's doing something odd. So everybody, see Lynn Segura saying good morning. April's from Facebook. Good morning. Tony's on saying good morning. They're all on Facebook. I just want to make sure everybody can hear us and it's all good.
Good morning, everyone.
But I did just get like a message, and I'm not really sure. Not really sure where that came in. So I won't worry about it. So what did everybody do for Beltane? So what's Beltane? For those of you that are not practicing witches, and we're going to talk to the fabulous Alicia about it in a few minutes. Alicia from Mountain Witch Herbals. So Beltane is a fire festival. It's a Celtic festival, and so it's about, you know, the fire of the season, fire within, passion, fertility. It's they used to, I learned something new all the time. Yeah, sex. She says lots of sex. So people would, I know they would do bonfires and like do jumping over bonfires and stuff. You would even get their cattle like to get in the smoke for protection and stuff. These old sort of fire festivals, you know, it's just a way to honor the god and the goddess. It's their, you know, and their great story, what the time period that it is now. And, you know, it's all about love and, you know, May Day and the maypole, and, you know, you'd have the May Queen, and it's a really fun time. I like, it's one of my favorites. You know, it's definitely one that I like to celebrate. And I'd love to know. Now I took my glasses off and people are commenting. I can't. I watch you on YouTube on my big TV, but I comment through Facebook. Oh, okay. I got it. Hey, Bridget. She says, hey, y'all. Teresa says, I can hear you. Yeah, I know a lot of people did like Beltane, Facebook Beltane things.
I joined in Bernadette's yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Oh, nice. I know that Joanna DeVoe, she's the hippie witch. She did like a talent thing or whatever yesterday afternoon for Beltane. I didn't get a chance to check in because I was still working, and I couldn't stop what I was doing to, you know, switch over. But I bet that was super fun.
Byron Ballard on today's Friday. So Thursday evening, she had a beautiful ceremony live on her Facebook page. Beautiful.
Very nice. It's very exciting. Do you need to get a chair?
Probably, yeah.
I
didn't want to ring any bells.
No, I know. Why don't you get the one in the back? We'll move this one, the one out front, and we'll just move that there. I'll try to deal with that when we go to play. So we're going to talk to Alicia from Mountain Witch Herbals. I'm going to let her tell you who she is. But I'm going to put her on while my partner's getting a chair. And let me see if I can. Alicia, you ready? I'm going to put her. There she is. There she is. Oh, beautiful.
Hi.
How are you?
Good morning.
Good. How are
Good
you?
morning.
Good
How are
morning.
you, honey?
Tired.
Yes. Talk to me. What's happening? Everybody, this is Alicia from Mountain Witch Herbals. Why don't you tell the people who you are and what you do and where you're from and, you know, all that stuff.
Well, Alicia, hi. I am an herbalist, a practicing witch in not the so traditional sense. Mom of 4 crazy kids. And yeah, that's
So we might hear.
Oh, you'll definitely hear them.
Of course. Oh, obviously. What else is, you know?
I sent them upstairs, and I can still hear them. So
we can't. It's okay. It's fine.
Okay.
It's all good. It's all good.
Outside, it started to get real windy, and I'm like, I
Yeah,
can't do it.
wind will be a problem. So I was telling, as I go on live every morning and Saturday mornings, just to like remind folks we're going to be live like later and stuff. And so I'm wondering, because I sort of said it and then I backed off it because I wanted you to tell everybody you have some famous witchy lineage, right? In your bloodline. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, sure. So the big one is Ragnar Lothbrok. He's actually my 26th great grandfather.
Cool.
I am his son Bjorn is my 25th grandfather.
Wow.
And it goes down from there. And I found all of this out through doing the DNA tests, the ancestry. And I was fortunate enough to link up with a relative who I didn't know. She lives in Chicago. And she paid a historian and a genealogist through Ancestry to track everything. And she shared all the information with me, which was fantastic.
Cool.
So that's how I found out about that, and a little unknown fact, but hi, Debbie. A little unknown fact is that Ragnar is, well, let me go back. So Eric the Red,
Yeah.
And his son Leif Erikson are also descendants of Ragnar Lothbrok, who they're also like my, I think 19th and 20th grandfather and great grandfather.
Cool.
So yeah, so that's the Viking. And then that's all maternal.
Right.
And paternal, I'm related to Alice Keitler, who is the first witch to ever be prosecuted as a witch in Ireland, and she got away.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, she got away.
Awesome.
Unfortunately, her.
So do you consider yourself like a Norse? Is your practice? I ask people this on occasion. Are you you practice in the Norse tradition, or eclectic, or how do you define it, or do you define it? People get hung up on labels. I don't really give a shit, but
Right. That's my thing too. That's why I say I'm a practicing witch, but not in like the traditional sense.
Right.
I take bits and pieces from everything, and a lot of the times I'll let my ancestors guide me to what I should be doing
Right.
at the time. Whatever work I want to do, then I call in whoever wants to come in.
Right.
I've even called in voodoo gods, and so it's really just a mix of everything. But I do relate with my Celtic and Norse lineage,
Cool.
especially doing work with my grandmother and things like that.
Yeah.
So a lot of the Celtic.
Yeah, you have a grandma that's teaching you her old ways handed down.
Right.
That's fascinating to me.
Yes.
That's cool.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like it. So do you celebrate the Wheel of the Year, or how important is it to you? For those of you, let me just back up for a second. Those of you that are not magical based systems or British traditional witchcraft, there is the 8 Sabbats. They're like the high holy days, and Beltane being one of them. The quarters, the equinoxes, and the solstices, and then there are cross quarter days called the Wheel of the Year, sort of agricultural, light based. You're honoring certain times of the year. Do you do that?
Yes, but not. I don't get hung up on all of that.
Okay.
And with family, with certain things that they do, especially things that I'm learning, you hear a lot about traditional, and I use quotes traditional because we just read about these things in books and we just go off of what other people have written down, and we weren't there. We don't really know. So learning from family, especially from people that have, I mean, there's lineage, there's a whole book from the time when Alice Keitler was alive up until now. So there's things written down that aren't shared in the history books, and a lot of it, and I'm almost afraid to say this because I don't want anybody like jumping down my throat.
You always piss somebody off.
Yeah, I know. but this is your show. So
Alicia, you've known me a long time. Have you ever known me to give a shit about what other people think? No.
Right.
No. Or who I offend. No.
Right. Then I'm just gonna say it. So back then, yes, they did a lot of things with, farming and, all of that. But when they worked their magic, it wasn't all based around this wheel of the year. It was basically you did shit when you needed shit done, and that was it. It didn't matter what the moon cycle was,
Right.
Didn't matter what time of the year it was, didn't matter what the fucking weather was. It was just like, okay, this woman is having a problem right now with her pregnancy. What are we gonna do about it? And then you just did that shit. So, I kind of just,
You do your thing.
I just do my thing.
I
Yeah.
understand. I understand. It's the wheel of the year, from what I understand. It was constructed. That term, I think, is relative. The festivals themselves are not new. They're steeped in tradition, but the practice of the wheel of the year is, when I say relatively new. No, there's no way to know what people were, before written record, what everyone was doing. And, we do the best. I celebrate the wheel of the year. I honor the light. I think I've always, that click of the light always sort of, it's like, okay, now we're in a new phase, I love the solstices that, now it's the longest, day of the year, or longest night of the year, or the equinoxes being the equal parts. Like, something about the light sort of motivates me, and has long before the words magic, sorcery, witch. I was always sort of invested in that. So it fit into my ways, learning about it at different points. It fit in anyway to sort of the way I was, so that it's just more, what's just fine. But no, I'd like more tradition in my life. I think I would like to, I'm not an initiate, but, I think that it's fascinating. I think all of it's fascinating, but
yeah. And that's the whole thing for me too. Like the word initiate. I honestly, in the things that I've been reading and in the things that I've been privy to, as far as like going way back, there was no initiations. You were born into your family, and you took on, different roles. Everybody had like their own magic. It was midwives or herbalists, or you know what I'm saying. So it was like everybody
had your initiation,
right?
Exactly.
Sure. Right. There's a lot of that. Right. I agree. There's lots of different traditions. Lots of different labels. I don't really pay too much attention to the label part. I don't. Whatever. I want everybody to, do their thing and practice their way. And
yes,
I don't have any dog in that fight of, is it witchcraft? Is it not witchcraft? Is it
right?
What? I don't know. I don't really have. I mean, I have Strega tattooed on the back of my neck, but that's because it's a bad word. I have.
Yes,
we are born to this since before the invention of time. Right. Well, there's that also, John. Thanks for, there's also that, like, okay, so maybe in past lives mattered. You've always sort of done this, and you're called to do it again.
Right.
I totally get that. But I think that what we call it, what the definition of it is, I don't know. I think it's different for everybody. I think it's different for everybody where they show up in the world. I just want everybody to do their thing, and that's fine by me. I don't have any dog in that fight,
right,
at all. Like, in the slightest.
No, you know what? And that's my thing. I'm live and let live.
Right.
But just
I love all magical sort of pathways. Like I like learning about them.
Yes.
I love reading.
Fascinating.
All right. I think it's fascinating. I'm sort of invested in, I always try to find the thread that everybody has, because that sort of excites me, that somebody that might have practiced in Egypt, you know, and then South America, and then, you know, in England. It's like, or the mountains of Peru. Like, I find similarities fascinating. Like, that really fascinates me that, wow, they all did this, or they, you know, they all called in the directions, or, you know, stuff like that. I find that sort of really, but do I think because I read a book on hoodoo, do I think I'm a hoodoo practitioner? No, hell no. You know, no. But I was saying, I have Strega tattooed on the back of my neck. My family, they, you know, it's a bad word. That's an insult. That was an insult. And I have it tattooed on my neck. It's like a fuck you, basically. It's really why I have it tattooed on the back of my neck. But it's not in the practice, maybe modern hashtag Strega sort of way, you know, or the aesthetic now that is considered Strega. It's just, it's more like a fuck you, you know, because it was. It is a big insult, you know. No one called themselves that, you know. That's a no-no. So, but yeah, so I was like, yeah, I'm putting it on the back of my neck. Fuck you. My cousins come over to visit, and they're like, well, like, why does she have that on her neck? And, you know, like, it's a bad word. And I was like, right, okay,
Right.
okay.
Right.
So I ask everybody this, like, how are you staying sane in the apocalypse? What are you doing? What's happening in your house?
So I had been homeschooling prior to all of this happening.
Right.
And you can hear now I said
it's all good.
I said it was gonna happen. So we've been homeschooling. When we first learned about this whole thing was back in January, when we were in Florida. And we're in Disney World, and we hear this whole thing of, you know, this disease and whatever coming out. And I'm like, oh, great. So here we are. We're in Disney World, and we're surrounded by everybody.
Wow.
You know, scared shitless for whatever reason. And then we get home, and I locked everybody up. And now this is back in January.
Wow.
And, you know, because you just knew. You know, they were trying to say that things weren't going to be coming here and that everything was going to be fine. But you just knew how were they going to stop something like this from spreading? So everybody's been locked up. So I apologize. Get upstairs. Jackson, come here. Jackson,
that's okay. One of the meditations. She was home during one of the meditations. She's like, oh my God. And she's trying to we're trying to be quiet and do a meditation. And the dog kept barking. It was fucking hilarious. It was the funniest thing.
She's
I
very
am so
vocal.
glad that this is not during a meditation.
She just wants to say hi.
Upstairs. Okay, upstairs. This is what I have to deal with.
This is
every day.
I'm not staying sane.
And this is how I don't deal with this.
Call them over.
But yeah, everybody has been locked up since January, except for myself and my husband. So I should say the kids have been locked up. I take them, you know, they go outside. They go outside. And I take them on car rides. But other than that, you know, everybody has just been locked down. So
are you still working? Are you like an essential person?
We all are, aren't we?
Well, you know what I mean.
Indeed.
Well, yeah, we are herbal medicine makers. We
I
are.
know. Well, we're still working, yes. But I meant in the Muggle world.
No, I don't do anything in the Muggle world except for be a mother.
Right. There's nothing Muggle about that.
Teacher.
No,
Nothing
no.
Muggle about that. No, definitely not. Yeah. So what medicines are you making to stay well in the apocalypse? Everybody wants to know. Everybody asks this question all the time. What are you doing?
So elderberry. I know that you guys have heard that whole big crazy shitstorm that came out about elderberry. Right. And
you just don't know.
I had to literally, now I have been like searching high and low. I've been, you know, talking with other clinical herbalists, my teachers. Everybody is kind of in this zone where elderberry isn't going to hurt anybody. Elderberry isn't going to hurt anybody. If you have underlying, if you have autoimmune disorders, things.
Well,
like
you shouldn't take elderberry if you have autoimmune disorders anyway. Right. We've been down that road. Sure.
Right. So there's no proof. There's no proof of this like storm thing that they've been talking about.
Right. It's a theory.
It's right. And, a lot of the clinical herbalists have been saying, and you know me, you know how I feel about pharmaceuticals and all that jazz. But they're saying the same things. Like, this is pretty much just, let's stay away from herbal remedies because we can't make money off of that.
Right.
So we're going to denounce anything that goes against what pharmaceutical companies are doing.
Right.
Because then they're taking away from their revenue.
Of course.
Pretty much.
We talk about, every week we have this discussion with whoever we're talking to. So I do think what we're talking about, for those of you that don't know, there is a theory about elderberry and your immune system, and it can create a sort of a cascade effect and sort of make your immune system work against you, and because of certain components that are contained in elderberry. So if you don't have the coronavirus or you're not actively sick, there's no, and you've always taken elderberry, you're not allergic to it, you're not taking anything that contradicts it, you don't have an autoimmune disorder, and you're under a doctor's care, and you've talked to your medical professional, because none of these statements, another stink bug, I just have radar for them. So, you know, and you're already taking it, it's fine to keep taking it. If somebody, as an herbalist, asked me, I'm deathly sick, I've tested positive for the coronavirus, should I take elderberry? I would say no, because, I err on the side of caution, and we don't know the answer to that question because we just don't know. And so I'm going to tell you to go see a doctor and do doctor things, because that's what I'm going to do, here. But I personally take elderberry every day. I take some reishi mushroom. I take from the fabulous Jessica, who was here last week. What are you taking? Just elderberry or anything else? Anything else you're doing?
No, yeah. So really quick, I wanted to just kind of say something about elderberry with COVID-19. So I'm not going to say who.
Right.
An adult who I'm close with actually tested positive for COVID-19. And she asked me, what can I do? Now, she had already been taking elderberry syrup, and she had run out, and she was saying, I had to get more from you, and I didn't. And now look what happened. I got COVID-19. I'm like, okay, no, you got it because you got it.
Right.
So she asked, can I do this? And I said the same thing. I said, based on what I've been hearing with, talks with the clinical herbalists, I'm like, there's nothing that says that you can't.
Right.
Should you talk to your doctor about it? Sure.
Right.
If you want to talk to them, come back to me. We'll figure this out. She spoke with her doctor. Her doctor, her MD, said, I don't see there being any problem with you taking it. They had given her no medication for COVID-19 because
it's a virus, so there's no medication technically.
And so we put her on high dosages of vitamin C and elderberry syrup. She was fine.
Right.
Right.
And that's what people don't understand about herbal remedies, is that everybody's going to act different. We sit down, as a clinical herbalist, we sit down with people and take an intake that's this thick. We talked about this last week. We're going to talk about you know, what you do, how many hours a day you sleep, what vitamins you take, how's your diet, how's your exercise. Like we're going to talk about, it's like as a whole, hence the word holistic. Like it's a whole thing we're going to talk to you about.
Right.
We're going to talk to you about what you see, you know, what you do with your doctor.
Yep.
So yeah, I totally get that. I would have said the same thing. Yeah.
Absolutely. You know,
And well,
she's well, she's fine.
Yeah.
She literally, she had the no taste and no smell. She had a little bit of a cough,
right.
and that's it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, yeah, you know. But I've been doing elderberry, vitamin C. I've been doing all my little herbal teas, and you know, reishi, lion's mane. Lion's mane, you know, lion's mane is
every
great,
day.
and
Every day.
fantastic. So those are really, you know, the key things. Of course, vitamin B12. I've been doing vitamin A. You know, it's just
Right.
That's it. And
I get a lot of vitamin. I go sit in the sun too. That's my thing. If the sun is out, I'm going to go sit in the sun for 15 minutes.
vitamin D.
You know, in
Absolutely.
my hot tub, but I am still going to be in the sun for 15
Exactly. You know, pretty interesting fact here. Redheads, we produce our own vitamin D.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's why you guys are so special.
Well, you know, that's why I think that because we're so fair and literally I can sit in the shade if there's sun out and I can burn in the shade.
Well, I can too. I don't produce my own vitamin D. I'm here to tell you. They once put me on like 50,000 units a day because I have 0 vitamin D. So that's why I do go sit in the sun for 10 minutes. You know, I try to do that. Here's Tony. Tony says, I take elderberry, stinging nettle, skullcap, local raw honey, and vitamin C. Right. That seems to be, because I really think that you have to have a healthy immune system to start with. I mean, we talk about that all the time. You know, you want to be healthy to begin with.
Absolutely.
So, you know, if you're not healthy to begin with, taking all these things is probably not going to help you if you're not really doing the regimen. You know, you want to start out healthy.
Right.
Right.
That's the most important part. And that's, you know, as herbalists, that's what we try to do. That's what our goal is to keep everybody healthy before the shit hits the fan so that your body is able to adapt and fight off,
right.
You know, the shit that's coming in. But not everybody does that.
Yeah, exactly. Did you celebrate Beltane, or did you celebrate Beltane? I should probably ask. Did you do anything for Beltane?
Got naked, ran outside in the rain.
Awesome.
That's fabulous. There's no way I can. I mean, when I get in my hot tub, sometimes, you know, there's some shenanigans, but you know, not yesterday. It was a shitty day.
We set up the hot tub yesterday.
Oh.
So I am going in tonight when I get home. I'm very excited.
Fantastic.
Very nice.
You know what? Sometimes you just have to get naked and run outside.
Yes.
I like it. I like it. Maybe I'll do that today. Just, you know, I'm a little late, but I'll do it today. I feel like Beltane is a season. I feel like the Sabbats are seasons, you know? So it's like, well, I understand we celebrated for 2 days, but I feel like it's this season right now, you know, until the solstice shows up. I feel like it's Beltane season.
That's the thing about, that's the thing about magic that I like and about all of this is that do whatever the fuck you want to do, really. Because there's no right and wrong. There's no, oh, you have to only celebrate this for this long. And
I do. I think it's a season.
Yeah.
And so let me ask you, are there any witches that you're watching on YouTube that maybe we don't know about or paying attention to on Facebook? Is there anything that, well, you know, how are you occupying your brain?
I am still studying. That's what I do. Who is that? The Nerdy Witch. I don't know if you've heard of her.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, she's cute. So I watch some of her stuff on like Instagram.
Cool.
But really, other than that, I am got my face in books. You know, especially with all this stuff going on. Since I was little, like literally, I think I was like 8 years old. I was like reading and trying to get as much knowledge as I possibly could And that's what we do, right? As witches.
Right. We're always learning. I do say
Right.
that. There's always a book. There's always a book I'm reading, something I'm finding fascinating. You're 100% right.
We're immersing ourselves in,
right.
Yeah,
same.
Exactly. And you gotta, especially now, I feel like during these times, the frontline people, MDs, nurses, those people are extremely important.
Right.
I also think that what we do is extremely important. And I think that I'm just going to put this out there, and I'm going to sound like the crazy person that I am, but that's fine. I think that there's more to come. I don't think that this is, I don't think this is going to end. And I think that there's going to be more to it. And I think as time goes on, sooner rather than later, more people are going to realize how essential we are. And yeah, so I think that it's important.
I agree. I mean, I will say that while we take care of the people we take care of, that are frequent our shop, there is this new crowd, that is sort of, I don't want to say, there's like circling, they'll ask a lot of questions. They'll call us up. We got a lot of messages from, well, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? We are totally getting a lot of, when I say new folks, do you guys have echinacea? What do you think about having skullcap, or what's a good lung herb? Stuff like that, like nettles. I'm just like, listen, everybody should be taking nettles every day. Just because it's one of those things it's tonic, it's gentle, it's,
nourishing.
It's the first herbal step. I always feel like if you're not, herbal step, that's the first one. And we'll go from there. But yeah, we're getting a lot of new folks that are interested in this. They, they don't want to, they're not going to the doctors. They don't want to go running to the physician's offices. They don't want to get COVID. So they're calling us up.
Yeah. We're open to an alternative approach.
Right.
Exactly. And what we do, a lot of people look at it and they're like, oh, well, it's not science-based. Yes, it is. Right. It is science-based.
Certainly.
Not patented. You just can't patent it.
Exactly.
You can't patent basil.
Right. And I'm on the same boat with, I have new people contacting me. And for example, this one woman, she contacted me, total pharmaceutical junkie.
Okay.
And she didn't believe in herbal anything. And she contacted me because one of her friends, is a client of mine. And she said, I need your help. Oh, okay. That's what I'm here for. That's great. And it was basically because she was so into, Western medicine that I had to show her, I had to pull up studies, and I had to, send her different things to show her, like, yes, indeed, this is in fact, science-based. There have been studies, and, we went from there, and she's been great. So
yeah, we have a couple of new folks too. Same. It's really interesting. I think coming out of this, I do think that might be a new trend, or just people are, I don't know, more aware of it, as opposed to, I need to know how to take care of myself,
instead of having to rely upon someone else to tell me what pill to take to regulate.
Right. I need to take care of myself.
Coming into yourself and recognizing and seeing and knowing what it is that you need. I mean, obviously, you come to people like us or elsewhere for advice and guidance, but to be fully present and aware of what it is, what functions, is important.
Hugely.
Absolutely.
We laugh all the time because my famous saying is, I can't care more than you.
Right.
I can't care more than you. If I care more than you, we have a problem.
Exactly. That's fantastic. I like that. And because that's the truth.
Right.
It's the truth. But you feel that shift.
Yeah,
You know,
I have.
There has been this shift of people coming into their awareness and realizing, who they are and what they need. And I'm digging it. I'm digging it. You know, I hope it continues.
Well, how can the people find you? How can they find you on all the places?
So I am on Facebook, Mountain Witch Herbals, and Instagram, Mountain Witch Herbals. I'm not really on there much. I have a domain, and I have not made a website yet. And it's been a little over a year now. So I need to work on that.
Ours is coming.
Ours has been
under construction for many years, and now it's shortly.
We're birthing it.
Yes.
We're birthing it. It's coming soon.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Mine eventually will too. I'm just, it's all the things all at once. And the website is kind of like on the back end of all the things.
I know. It's like a full-time job.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And we have full-time jobs and part-time jobs.
Right.
And mom jobs. And the website is the last job.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
It is. But you know what? We do what we can, right?
Right. So everybody find Alicia, Mountain Witch Herbals. Facebook's probably the best way to get her, Yeah. Don't message her because she never.
Oh my God.
That fucking messenger. It's like, I got to call her on the phone. Look at these damn messages, girl.
I know. Facebook hates me. They hate me.
No, I know. You get banned a lot. You get a Facebook jail a lot.
I do. And you know what? You love me or you hate me. And, Facebook fucking hates me.
Facebook hates you. It's true.
I mean,
I'll see you come back. Like, hi, I'm back. And I'm like, what the fuck did you do now? Like, what do you do?
Well, you too. You're banned for life.
Oh, I have a lifetime ban. That's true. I do. I can't advertise. High five. I cannot advertise on Facebook. It's a lifetime ban. I pissed people off in a sense that they won't even talk to me. They're just like, nope, fuck you.
Right.
Yep. Whatever. It's fine. I don't care. I'm good. I'm still doing it, right? So I don't give a shit.
You're doing something right.
Right.
Right. I think you're the one that told me if you're pissing people off,
I did.
you're doing something right.
But if you're pissing folks off, you're doing something right. It's all good.
Right.
Yeah.
So I look at it that way.
Yeah. So find Alicia on Mountain Witch Herbals. Thank you very much for joining us today on our very special Beltane episode.
Yes.
We're gonna let you go. Thanks very much, and we'll be in touch, everybody.
All right. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
So, okay, she was fabulous, right?
Yes.
She's so funny.
Yes.
So, anyway, that's Alicia, Mountain Witch Herbals. Go check her out. She is Miss Elderberry syrup. I will say that she sells a lot of elderberry gummies. She's, but she does a lot of other things. She's not just a one-trick pony. So go check her out. We're going to get going on our meditation. So you have your paperwork is over here. Hold up. So you guys get settled. If anybody has any questions, I probably should have done that too. I'm sorry. I didn't. And if anybody had any questions for Alicia, you could definitely get her. Well, hopefully she'll respond on Facebook. Facebook hates her. It is true. I'll email her. I'll send her a message on Facebook, and it could be weeks. And I'm just like, hi, hey, what's happening? So anyway, we're going to get going on our meditation. I'm gonna ask the fabulous Tony to give me a sound check. Jen, did you see my before and after pictures? I did, Tony. I did see your before and after pictures, and we're gonna get to that later on at 6 o'clock tonight on our fabulous online shopping extravaganza Saturday night skincare. Woo. That's what we'll be doing tonight at 6 o'clock. It's chicks all day long. We're here. We're just going to be big fucking pests all day. Anyway. So if Tony would be nice enough to give me a sound check in the world. Can you hear the bowls, Tony? Just can give her a minute. I make her work.
Can you hear me over the bowls?
You're doing exactly what I wanted. Sounds awesome. Thank you. And can you hear her? Well, I'm not going to play over her. That's what I'm going to try not to do. So sounds awesome. Okay. So if everybody just gets themselves, we should have opened those. Well, no, the stink bug's in there. Don't open those. John, when we're done here, you'll have to come up and get the latest stink bug. And see, if you flushed him down the toilet last week like I wanted, instead of saving him, he probably wouldn't be back in my damn window. Anyway, because he must go. All right, that's that. John says yes. Yes. Okay, so if everybody just sits back and gets their favorite cuppa, and I'm going to call it in. Everybody take a deep breath in. Let it out. Right? Shake it out. Try to get rid of the day, thoughts. Take another deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then a magic third. Take a deep breath in and let it out. So everybody just close your eyes, relax. To the winds of the east, we ask that you bring us insight and understanding. We welcome the power of air. To the winds of the west, I should go in order. To the winds of the south, we ask that you bring us passion and inspiration. We welcome the power of fire. To the winds of the west, we ask that you gently wash away all that does not serve us. And we welcome the power of water. And to the winds of the north, we ask that you bring us protection, grounding, and we welcome the power of earth.
Allow your eyes to comfortably close. Don't force them shut. Don't hold them shut. Just allow them to gently meet and feel how comfortable it is. Just allow your eyes to remain gently closed. Come down into your breath, into your body. Softening your mind. and allowing yourself to just relax in the flow of the moment. Allow your feet and your legs to soften into position. Relaxing your hips and your buttocks. Feeling the rise and the fall of your belly. And your chest. Letting your shoulders drop. Relaxing your arms, your hands. And allowing your whole body to soften down and relax into a natural position. Allowing your neck and your head to relax now. Your ears, your scalp and your hair. Allowing your tongue to rest gently against the roof of your mouth. Bringing full relaxation to your jaw, your chin, your cheeks, your nose, your eyes, your eyebrows, your forehead softening, your whole face all soft and relaxed now. Allow your breathing to fall into its own natural rhythm, not trying to control it in any way. Just observing as you breathe in relaxation and breathe out tension. Breathing in and breathing out. Just watching the natural rhythm of your breathing. Become aware of the sounds around you. Acknowledge them. And let them go. Notice the light and the shade, the air touching the surface of your body. Sensing the sky above, the horizons stretching all the way around you. The earth below supporting you. Allowing your mind now to empty what it no longer needs to hold on to. And allowing your body to release what no longer needs to hold on to. Letting it flow out and away. Draw yourself back from where you've been in your day. Draw your energies back home to your center. Ground yourself in this moment. Right here, right now. Now very gently bring your attention to your breath. Being mindful of the breath in the abdomen. Expanding on an inhalation. Falling on an exhalation. Breathing in. And breathing out with awareness. Breathing normally. Breathing naturally. Feeling the rise and the fall of the abdomen. It's coming and it's going. Feeling the sensation, the sound, temperature. Being mindful of the breath coming in, going out. Breathing in. And breathing out with awareness. Take a long, slow, deep breath in through your nose, all the way down into your stomach. And then exhale through your mouth. Allow your breath to carry away all the stress and tension as the air floods out of your lungs. Take another slow breath in through your nose, filling your lungs completely. And release the breath through your mouth, emptying your lungs completely with your out breath. Now feeling any remaining tension in your body loosening and subsiding. Now taking a third deep breath, filling your belly completely. Breathe out through your mouth completely, and feeling yourself relaxing more and more deeply with each breath. Wherever you're resting right now, Let yourself feel the warmth of the sun. Beginning at your feet. As you see and feel the sun's light touch on your toes. Let them soften and relax. The sunlight moving up to your feet. Your ankles. Your calves. Your knees. Your thighs. Rising up to your hips. Your abdomen. Feeling the sun release your light as the warmth reaches your chest. Up to your shoulders. Down your arms and into your hands. To the tips of your fingers. Rising up your chest into your neck. And your head. The warmth of the light softening your jaw, relaxing your whole face. Sunbathing you, your entire being, in its warmth and its light. Let it fill you with its energy. Breathe in and absorb and store that light. Breathe out. When you're ready, bring your awareness to the center of your chest. And with each breath in, allow your awareness to shift very gently, bringing you into the shade of an apple tree's branches. You can hear the sound of honeybees buzzing all around. Feel the grass between your toes. Your body full of the energy from the sun. Look around. See the narrow path. Leads all the way from the apple tree towards a mountain in the distance. Let yourself move down the path. Are you walking, running, leaping, twirling, cartwheeling? Release the energy that's been pent up all winter and feel the wind on your skin as you run. What does the earth feel like under your feet as you move? What sounds do you hear? What do the plants smell like as you brush up against them? Feel the breeze on your face as you run down the path. Let the wind pick you up, growing stronger and stronger at your back. Let the wind pick you up and carry you towards the mountain. Let yourself feel free, light. As the wind carries you, you pass over various fruit trees, peaches and pears and apples, each bearing colorful flowers, swarmed with pollinators, bees and birds of every variety. As you travel along this air current, take a moment to reflect on the areas in your life where you are a creator. What do you create? Let the wind set you down gently. Look around at your surroundings. Where have you landed? Are there plants, animals? Is this someplace new? Or someplace you've been before? What does the air taste like? Take a deep breath I want you to look around until you find a little nest. Tucked away, hidden. And in it lies a single egg. What color's the egg? What size is it? Take a moment to reflect on what you would like to cultivate in your life. What would you like to bring into the world? When you're ready, lay your hands on the egg. With each out breath, send your intentions into the egg. Breathing in. Breathing out, warming the egg with the light from your inner fire and all of that energy from the sun. Notice the movement beneath your hands. The egg begins shaking. Cracks forming along its surface. You've created this egg and you've brought it into being. As it hatches, what do you see emerging? In your presence now, full of life, full of the energy you've shared with it, your new creation entering the world. Spend some time with it. Share your gratitude with it. Thank it for manifesting into your reality. It's time to go now. When you're ready, very gently bring your awareness back to the mountain. You're much closer to it now, and you see the path leading towards it. Follow the path. With each step you take along it, your awareness shifting back to your body. Feeling the earth beneath your feet. Feeling the sun's warmth on your shoulders. And with each breath, coming back into your body a little bit more. Bringing your awareness now back to the flow of your breathing. Noticing the cool breath as it comes in through your nose and down the back of your throat and into your lungs. Noticing the natural movement of your belly as you breathe in. Breathe out. Becoming aware of your full body as it rests where you are. Bringing your attention to your toes. Give them a little wiggle. Bring your attention to your fingers and give them a little wiggle. Becoming aware of the room again, of all the sounds close by. And when you feel ready to, open your eyes.
Welcome back. Crypto Love says, good morning. I'm late, but I'm happy to be here now. We're happy to have you.
Yes. Thank you for joining us.
So I realized at the top of that A, we didn't shut the phone off. B, that there's a stink bug crawling around the ceiling above my head. And C, we didn't pick a card.
Oh.
So I am going to pick a card for the collective while we're all still here and ready to start our day. And using the 8 of coins tattoo. Oh, well, I guess that's that. Well, I guess that's that when they jump out like that. So for the collective today, I have the Hangman, which I love the Hangman card. Because the 2 words that I always hear, it's a good card. You notice the look on her face. I mean, she's hanging, right? If any of you know anything about the tarot or not anything about the tarot, the Hangman traditionally is hanging upside down, hands tied behind his back, hanging. And there's a very peaceful feeling or peaceful look on his face. He's not insane with her. I mean, if you look at her face, she doesn't seem to be in peril. The thing about the Hangman is, and while you seem to be, and this is sort of typical of the moment, tied up, can't really do much, your situation's precarious at best, you have to surrender and accept that this is what it is. If you surrender to this and don't fight against the ties that bind you, the friction, that's where the friction is. You know, if you're stuck with your hands tied behind your back and you're fighting it and you're trying to get out of it, that's where the pain comes in. That's where the friction comes in, right? So if you just surrender and accept,
allow,
there's less friction and pain. So going forward today, surrender and acceptance. Surrender and acceptance. So Tony says, I absolutely love today's journey. What an awesome meditation. Andrew says, thank you. Julia says, thank you. That meditation was perfect. Start a gorgeous spring day. I know. It's beautiful today.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's really nice. I'm very excited. So, Andrew said, you just got to hit it again. It goes away.
Oh.
So, Teresa says, wonderful as always. Amazing. So, housekeeping. So, we have 2 things happening today at 6 o'clock. We have the skincare event. So our small batch, big love items that we make, tons of new shit, people. There's tons of new things.
We've been so busy.
And it's like, and then like one idea leads to the next idea. And it's like, well, we eat some of that. You know, it's like, hey, we'll text each other at like midnight. I'm like, what about banana? You know, it's just like, get out of my head. Like, terrible. So we got lots of new things coming today, and it is the skincare event. So all skincare all night.
Classic favorites.
Yeah, we got some of the fan faves, so
yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
Like Calm the Fuck Down.
Liquid Gold.
Liquid Gold. We talk about lots of new things.
Yeah.
Aaron knows they already have an order started. Yes, we already have an order started for some folks. So I know we're holding a couple of things for some folks already. And Tony has an order started already as well. She does. So we have some people already started. So anyway, 6 o'clock, we will be live on Facebook to Chicks Bewitched. Yes. But we will be live on my YouTube, which is Jenny Love. Or if you're looking for Jenny Love Witch, you should find it. Moonwolf says, what? LOL. What? I know. It's fancy. So we will be live on 2 Chicks Bewitched and then live on my YouTube, which is Jenny Love. I think that's how you search it. I think that's, or I think if you have your URL, mine is Jenny Love Witch. So if you're looking for channels, but I think the name of the channel is just Jenny Love. I think.
Yes. I
Terrible.
believe it is.
I think it is. So we'll be on there at 6 o'clock. It should be super fun. We love our live online shows. And anyone who orders through tonight's show for anything skincare, and it is just skincare, but if you order anything tonight through the skincare show, it's free shipping. Yeah. So I subscribe, so it's not difficult to find. Thank you, Tony. Yes. When you do these things, I did this years and years ago. I don't remember what I called it, I guess, because you were able to like sort of set up your own URL, I get, to make life easy for people, how to find it. It's just / Jenny Love Witch. Because Broom Book and Candle seemed hard for people, I guess. I think I changed it at some point. It was Broom Book and Candle, and I changed it. Anyway, so that's us, 6 o'clock. Thanks again for joining us. We love Saturday mornings. We will be back next Saturday morning, same.
Bat time, same bat channel.
Yep. I will announce who our special guest will be. And we'll see you guys 6 o'clock tonight. Be there, be square.
Have a beautiful day.
Bye.